Tony Ferguson, I think, would be the lightweight most people would pick if you had to take a current 55-pound contender.
Tell me Tony Ferguson don't look like he has the size advantage here, right? Right? Am I mistaken? And maybe it's just his height, but Tony Ferguson's looking pretty thick too, brother. Don't forget Tony Ferguson won the Ultimate Fighter at welterweight. Yo, all I'm saying is, man, we're talking about Tyron Woodley right now. And I get it. I mean, Khabib takes down Luke Rockhold and Cain Velasquez and Daniel Cormier in practice. But, fuck, man. Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, because you know what time it is. It's full time. MMA. What is up, full-time family? I usually don't do reaction videos back to back, but I had to do this one for my boy 626 D for Dank and Blue Pill. He said, I'm about to unsubscribe for this half-ass BS you keep doing. So you know what I got for you? Another half-ass video. So I'm going to explain what's going on here for the nerds. And if you want to hit unsubscribe, you do that, brother. Don't really give a fuck. You know why? Because I'm grinding every single fucking day, and I've been grinding every single fucking day. So when you hit unsubscribe, guess what? I'm gonna put out more free videos tomorrow, and then the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day, and we're gonna keep fucking rolling. So go ahead and do you, brother. And then Blue Pill said, it's weird to me because he was talking bad about another channel for telling people to pay. Now he's gonna do that? Motherfucking clearly you guys don't know what's going on. You don't read the comments, you don't listen to the videos, or you don't comprehend the videos. I've been telling y'all this shit's gonna be 100% free even on Patreon. Yeah, you might have to wait 3 or 4 days if you can't afford $4.99 a month, but guess what? Even if you can't pay, it's still free. It's a time delay. But with that being said, let's get into this reaction video. I just wanted to fucking address some of this, okay? You know what I'm saying? Because alright, I've said enough. Let's take this off the screen and get into this reaction video.
You know, was there any hesitation, though, taking this fight against Cub after losing your first fight by knockout?
Yeah, no. You know, like I said, if I felt I was hurt really badly, or you know, I had headaches after the fight or something like that, then I may have made a different choice. But you know, I was coherent, you know, during the fight. I remember getting rocked, and I remember there being short time in the round, thinking to myself, I gotta get to this round. And even when the refs came and stopped it, I right away I said to them, like, I'm good, you know. And you know, maybe I wasn't good, but at least I was coherent enough to, you know, I wasn't turned off. You know, I didn't get put to sleep. Yeah, I went and saw a neurologist and everything. I'm good to go. So now,
what the fuck? How's his face still like that and he ain't even getting hit? Is that probably, that's probably from him falling?
It's just back.
But anyways, though, about Frankie Edgar's quick comeback, man, we've seen this with Yancy Medeiros. We've seen this with who? Cowboy? I mean, we see that, or Michael Bisping recently. He lost to GSP, fought Kelvin Gastelum. Yancy Medeiros went and won a war and then fought Cowboy. I mean, it's usually when you get in whether it's a war or you just get knocked out, it is not good to be fighting again 2 months after that. It usually never works out. 90% of the time, the fighter that was just knocked out or in a war loses if they fight right after the fight. And then you got to think about this. You know, he's fighting in UFC Atlantic City, which is really, I think it's in New Jersey. He's from New Jersey. So even if it's not his hometown, it's his home crowd. They all would love to see Frankie Edgar there. I'm sure he would love to fight in front of his home crowd. But the problem is, he just had that fucking fight with Brian Ortega, which is unfortunate because of the way it ended. But with that being said, also, you got to think, man, I know a team can't stop a fighter from fighting, but when you got to fuck, man, if you're really down for somebody, you got to, you know, you would think, and maybe they have told him, you know, Frankie Edgar's team, yo, maybe you shouldn't fight again this soon. And he's like, nah, man, I got to fight. I feel good. I want to fight here. But I would just wonder, man, what his team is telling him. Because I know as a fan of Frankie Edgar, I'm like, oh, I don't know if we should be fighting this soon, brother.
Back to kind of like square one and just worry about this new opponent in Cup. You know, my body feels really good. as far as injuries and soreness goes. So why not? I feel like a lot of times I'll take time in between fights. I'll feel good, then I'll get a fight booked, and during that whole camp, I'm hurting. So I think, well, why not fight while I feel good?
And it's going to be a rematch of a fight that he won pretty, dominantly the first time. I mean, Cub Swanson was on the MMA hour and said, yeah, he beat my ass the first time. And ever since then, I ain't been doing nothing but wrestling because I wanted to get this fight back. So it's going to be a good time for the rematch as far as Frankie won the first fight, and it's a good time for Cub Swanson. But even though he's not probably I'm sure Cub Swanson in his mind or anybody would rather fight somebody that was just knocked out a month ago. It can only be a benefit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And maybe not. Maybe you want to fight somebody at their best. I'm sure a lot of fighters would. But I'm just saying it can only be a benefit to Cub Swanson. And so for it to be a rematch to a fight that you lost, pretty decisively, so that makes the rematch maybe that much closer.
Shogun is still Shogun, he's a brawler, he's been into wars, he's not afraid of anything. He's a Muay Thai guy and definitely a lot of jiu-jitsu too, but he has the heart, he has the condition, and he goes for the fight, and that's the kind of fight I like. This is where I'm gonna be a new fighter right now. I'm still gonna be no time, this is my knockout power is gonna come here. I'm gonna knock him out, that's for sure. But now I'm gonna improve my game. I want to try everything I'm learning right now.
Bro, this fucking interview No Time did, I was like, what? I would expect him to just be talking about running through Shogun. This is a dude that's nickname is No Time that knocked out Jimmy Manuwa and Misha Serkinov both in under a minute. Now he's going to be fighting a guy that's not really in the top 5 as far as being kicking ass repeatedly in the top 5. But you know what I'm saying? He's fighting a guy that's maybe a little past their prime. Let's take it to Darren Till. Whenever he fought Cowboy, yo, I know I'm just about to knock this guy out. I'm too big. That confident trash talking. Maybe that's not Volkan's personality. He's paying respect to Shogun. I know it is somebody that he respects. But he's talking about trying new things. Hey, maybe I might try some wrestling. My name is still No Time, but I might use this fight to try some new things. Just I want to hear him talking about fucking blowing this guy up. But with that being said, 620, this is where you unsubscribe because I'm going to cut it off on YouTube. And you can watch the rest on Patreon for free. It's not charging, it's for free. Go to patreon.com/fulltimemma and just click play. Motherfucker. Let's continue. And as always, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOWG.